hot, get to work in that back. Push it, that you work that up and down. Rotate that thing, I wanna touch that thing. Go round and round.
In my own lane, ho be cool when you address me. Undercover smoke, hoes don't really want the pressure. Side it was good, so you knew it was some pressure. Running up the spot, popping up, just being extra. All in my comments on fake pages, being messy. But just to make sure he don't text me. On that demon town, boy, this orange is something cold. Put that Glock on him, got him curling up his toes. Hanging in my system, I really put it on him. Energize the bunny with
A little bit of this.
snatch. It's on.
Drop it like it's hot, get to work in that back. Push it, that you work that. Let me see you go up and down. Rotate that thing, I wanna touch that thing. Round and round. Step up in the club, I'm like, who you with? She in the
Hey, y'all. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Happy Insecure Wednesday. Y'all know we are working our way through season 2. Tonight we'll be talking episodes 5 and 6, but come on in here. And of course, you see I'm not here alone. Tyra over at Struggle Reviewz TV. How are we today? And are you ready to get into Insecure? Hella shook and hella blow.
Girl, hella blow. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here for the confetti shot of it all. But hey y'all, this is something I wish I had a space to talk about when it dropped because I have some thoughts. So I can't wait to get into that. But I'm here to talk about both episodes.
Okay, y'all. Well, we're going to get into it without further ado. Hey, Anakin, not Vader. Welcome to the chat. Hey, everyone. Be sure to leave a like. Please leave a like for us. We appreciate you. Hey, Critical, what's going on? Hi. Hey, Tony T, what's going on? Hey, Yokebed Yahoo, how are you? Hope you are having an amazing day. And we have our other guest. Hey, Shayna, what's going on? Happy Insecure Wednesday.
Hey, ladies. Sorry for the delay. My internet was acting funky. But you can hear me good, right?
Yes, we can hear you. Good to see you. Are you ready to dive into episodes 5 and 6?
Y'all know Daniel, my favorite, so you already know.
Oh Lord, not another Daniel fan.
Tyra.
Hey, TP, how are you? Hey, Darfelina, what's going on? And hey, Jay Buggin. I think I've said hello to everyone in the room. So without further ado, let's go on and get into these good slides over here. So y'all know, again, we're on season 2, episodes 5 and 6. And we are starting, of course, with episode 5, Hella Shook. Tyra, I'm starting with you. Overall thoughts for this first episode?
This was a good episode. Like, it never fails. Like, I just keep looking at Issa sideways and also looking at myself sideways because you couldn't tell me nothing about Issa, okay? You couldn't tell me nothing about Issa. And you could tell me something about Lawrence because I already knew what that was. But Issa was my girl. And with every single episode,
Come on, girl.
I'm just met with disappointment. Like, but per usual, like, I really do enjoy Issa and how insecure things are for her because despite me not being agreeable with everything, you're always going to see yourself in Issa. So it's a good time.
Are you though? Are you? Because Issa was just plumb dumb dingy in this episode for me. I was like, girl, first of all, you have no integrity. You have no character. You have no morals. And on top of that, you're a dingbat. Because girl, really? That's what it took you to crash your car? Ding-a-ling? Really, Issa? We got to be better than this. Shayna, overall thoughts of episode 5, Hella Shook. Were you shook?
Tyra, I used to love, I'm sure we all love Issa. We were naive. We didn't know any better back then. Today's day, girl, I'm like, come on now, please. Why are you doing this? Like, I don't know who was worse, her or Molly. I don't know which one was worse.
They was about equal. But I feel like we covered some good stuff in here. Molly's, nuclear black family was not all she thought it was going to be. Issa's trying to navigate her poetry and doing it all wrong. We'll get into the thick of it, honey. We got more slides to get into over here, but let's start here. Hella racist. Issa is confronted about the lack of diversity in their outreach efforts. Sister Girl is like, Issa, that's racist. Racism is the systematic oppression of those in power who can shift narratives. And I said, well, tell her, ma'am. But we know that Principal Gaines is still only sending the blacks. The Latino children have been officially left out in the cold. And Issa is basically like, listen, but are they coming though? Like, it's not that bad. We're not excluding anyone. They're just not coming. Shayna, talk to me about this. Was this racist? And what is Issa doing?
First I was trying to say, black people can't really be racist, but yeah. It was bad. It was really bad. But I understood Issa because I felt like, okay, she was doing terrible. And finally, she's making strides at work, even though it's not helping the children. But, I mean, it was wrong. It was wrong. Like, girl, you can't exclude anybody. We have to be inclusive. We're supposed to be helping all the children. We got y'all. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So
Issa got Issa. Issa ain't got nobody else but Issa.
Right. That's all she's
Tyra.
about.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shayna. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Girl, I done told y'all several times. Issa don't give a damn about this job. She don't care about this job. She ain't never cared about these kids or this program. Like, this is a check, okay, and not a good one at that. Because I wouldn't be leaving in the dunes if it was that great. This is a means to an ends. I was here for Frida in the conversation because as Black people, we do have a tendency to think that we're above racism, and like not only we're above it, but you can't even object if you feel like we're acting or kind of aligning ourselves with the racist. Like, you don't get to check me. Who gonna check me, boo? I'm Black. You don't know my struggle. You don't know my life. You don't get to tell me about nothing, little white girl. But I do like that they flesh Frida out more with her opinion, because I think in the beginning, especially the first season, Frida was giving like, I'm an ally. I'm, it's like, girl, have seats. But it's, alarming that we would just kind of be on the bandwagon of, if it works, it works. And I don't think Frida is just solely thinking about what's racist and what's not. Objectively, from a job standpoint, this isn't okay. Like, what's going to happen if and when somebody finds out that we are, or Mr. Gaines is making an effort to ostracise a certain sector of students just based on race? It looks bad on we got y'all and bad on us. And I don't want no parts of that. I don't want to lose my job. I enjoy my job and I take it serious, even if you don't give a damn about yours, Issa. So I was glad that it did come up and get thrown in her face a little bit, because she was like, who want a part of this hoe? I don't want, not me. I don't want no parts of this. I want my job.
Yeah, Frida's not playing no games. And especially I think when she feels like children are being underserved. And Issa's just like with the status quo, like, well, our program's not failing. We're getting engagement finally. And I feel like this whole situation really is reflective of just who Issa is and who she's been. Issa's very selfish. It's really about her and what she wants out of life at this point. And she's not even good at being selfish because she ain't got nothing. She don't do nothing. She's just, Issa. But now we're here, hella distracted. Issa crashes her car while distracted. This is becoming a problem, and it centers around the ding-a-ling. Tyra, I'm starting with you. What was going through your mind when you ran this back? Because I thought this was further down in the series. I did not realize that we were going to come up on this so quick, because that's jump scare. The ding-a-ling was right there. I was like, oh my God, Issa, focus.
Issa said, goddamn. First of all, I hate that driver. Like, I am not that person on the road. Like, it's very, very tenant. So, cool. But the on the phone, miscellaneous activities, applying makeup, everything but watching the road. Don't play with my life. You can play with yours all you want to in your little parking lot of the dunes. Don't come on the road with this madness. Like, this is her life in a nutshell. We are so distracted with the rotation, and I got this man and this that and that, and we're not focusing on our job. We're not focusing on this soon to be rent increase eviction thing that's happening in the dunes. We're not focused and taking anything serious because I got this rotation and I'm trying to get. This was so young. This was so young. Like I can't even remember. I don't even think I was ever of the bandwagon of, yes, send me a picture of that D. I don't want that. Don't send it to my phone. Like, don't send it to my phone. And especially you're getting in them 30s. Don't send, I don't, boy. One way to make me click like you is for you to send me a picture of your member. But in this way, Issa's just vetting people online. She doesn't know, but the fact that she allowed herself to be that distracted and the rotation was so important that we crashed our own car when we ain't got nothing. We already hanging on by a thread. What's left for you to lose? This was idiotic. And the least you can do is do your rotation and pay attention to the road. The rotation can wait. Now you don't have no damn car.
Yeah, and on the bus, golly, Shayna, has a dingling ever distracted you so much that you had a fender bender?
Absolutely not. There's not a dingling in the world that would make me cry. And Issa didn't even have full coverage. She just ever since she got them little twists in the front. I hate this whole phase for her. I hate it's unbecoming. Like, it doesn't even look believable. First of all, girl, what are you doing? The dingling wasn't even. First of all, like Tyra said, it doesn't do nothing for me. Like, what am I gaining out of looking at this? Like, okay, and now what? But it's forced. It just was cringy. That's what you get. That's what you get. Get on that bus. That's exactly what you get. Because the dingling didn't even
I'm more of a like, let's just see what that beat like. And I'm a up close and personal. Don't put it in my face unless you're ready to go to the place. This is what that lady said on Mario. I don't want to see that. Either if we ain't in the back of the back on the mattress, keep it in your pants, bro.
Don't put it in my
What do I look like being like, yeah, send me a picture of that. Like, okay. It's just a masculine energy that I can't tap into. Like, is this part of the whole phase? Because it's something I can't get with. I can't get behind it. I hate it. You can be a hoe and not be like, hey, send me a D pic while I'm driving my car. Then I don't have full coverage. I only have liability. Please.
It's always been amazing to me how many men are willing and ready to share their average beef. I will never understand it. It's like their prized possession, something that they're very proud of. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, it's sub average. It's a little bit below. I too am not a fan of it. I feel disrespected because let it be a surprise. You know what I mean? If we make it to that point, let it be a surprise, but not too much as a surprise because I can't deal with micro peens. It's a thing, but I honestly feel like what you guys said is absolutely correct. Issa at this point in her life is distracted by D in every aspect. It's like it's her number one priority. And I would love it if we ever get to dig deeper into that because, girl, since when? Like, did you really feel so deprived in your years of, being with Lawrence that now that's all you can focus on? Like unencumbered dizzle and you don't even have good insurance.
Give her a break, Ashley. As we can see, especially like in the friends group, or even when we go back to those later episodes where it was Issa with the crazy hair, Issa who rapped and wrote in her notebook, Issa with the braces. I don't think Issa had a moment where she was that girl. And maybe when she got to the point of figuring out, I could be that girl, she got, with Lawrence. And it's like, oh, this is my time to explore what I never got. That's how we kind of even got back to Daniel. Like we're mesmerized because we ain't never had nothing.
Girl,
I mean, we know Lawrence was a bum, but was the D that bad?
I'm just saying
that we're doing this. I mean,
bum D is very good. I don't know.
And no disrespect or anything, but like, okay, have it, have at it. But let's not neglect our foundational things that we need to survive in life. Issa's not a spring chicken. Like, I would get it if she was 21, 22, whatever. But girl, you approaching like mid-30s? Like, is that what we're doing in this era? But now we're back. We're over here with y'all men, with y'all favorite, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. Hella dependable, cause I got you. when he picks Issa up after the crash of her looking at a strange dingling. He says, "No, I got you." She said, "Well, I can just ride, because she's so self-deprecating to me." Issa is just, girl, ask for what you want and want what you ask for. Like, I don't like the mealy mouth woman. I've never been a fan of that. Speak up. Sing out, Louise, and let the people know what you want. Because no, I don't want to ride in this tow truck. Yes, Daniel, come immediately. Like, I'm not going to argue with you and go back and forth. No, it's okay. No, please come, Daniel. Thank you very much. Shayna, Daniel, is he hella dependable or does he have ulterior motives?
I really do think Daniel is hella dependable. Like, and he really is. You can tell he's catching feelings. And here comes Issa and them twists again, ruining a good thing. Like, girl, you can get the D. You can have Daniel, no strings attached. You don't gotta mess up a good thing. Like he said, all he said was, "I got you." Here she goes, messing it up, talking about oh, well, we're good. We're seeing other people. Like, girl, just get in the car. Talk about that later. Just getting on my nerves. You don't even have a ride right now. Get in the car first before you have this conversation.
So you don't think it's about getting that coot nanny again. You think it's really him just being a good guy.
He's catching feelings. I think maybe initially he was like, "Yeah, I'm on that," but then I think he started catching feelings. And then they do have a history and a friendship, so he probably already has some underlying feelings there. They have a lot that rap thing in common. She's just messing it up. Like, let's see where it goes. Like, don't be too hasty. Let's see what he does.
Okay, all right. And Jay Buggin, she looks mid-30s. She was mid-30s in real life. But she just turned 30 by the end of this season.
When Lawrence forgets her birthday, if she's not turning 29, she's turning 30. She's definitely not 21. I think it's 30 though, because she's like, I've been, I'm wasting my years. I'm 30 now, and I've been doing what with Lawrence exactly?
She looked mid-30s, but go ahead, Tyra. Talk to me. Is Daniel hella dependable?
Girl, hella dependable, hella chocolate. Just hella chocolate. Like, girl, like what? Rotation for what? When Daniel's over there, it could have been just your main hoe. I don't know. Like, girl, I ain't have time. You over here, like, what do we need a rotation for? We could have just had one main, and it could have been Daniel. Like, we could have been getting dependable on the regular chocolate D. I didn't see the need to well, in Issa's mind, it's like, I played in his face last time, hurt his little feelings. I don't want him to be the one and only, because I don't want him to ever think that this is going to be anything more than what it is. And it may be the Daniel blinded me, because I was like, girl, please. That's not just something I'm gonna play with. Like, what are we doing, girl? I don't understand. But like, when he rolled up, he wants so badly to be Hello Knight in shining armor. Like, not only am I held dependable, but girl, I'm here for you. I got you. Don't nobody else got you. I got you. Because not only am I, dependable Daniel with the D, but I'm also your friend. Because it wasn't just like, I ain't gonna be able to come through for the D because I got it. It's like, well, are you okay? Did something happen, girl? Do you need me? Because just say the word. Because I'm Daniel and I'm gonna show up. I mean, in a perfect world, you would like for Issa to have kept her mouth closed and just like, thank you. Like, thank you so much. Like, where would I be if you didn't roll up in the stretch? Like, oh my God. But we just had to, be politically correct, because I don't want no confusion. I'm not taking this seriously, because last time I kind of made it seem like it maybe could be something that it wasn't. You're only Daniel with the D. And I think Daniel from day one was always waiting to be more than that for her.
He was always waiting for that. Okay. All right. All right.
He showed up for the children, Ashley. Let's not.
Easing on down this road, Molly is hella heartbroken. Molly discovers that her father cheated on her mama, shaking her belief in the ideal of a perfect Black family. I've been out here. I got Sterling here because I wanted a man just like my daddy, and come to find out he just like the rest of them. Shayna, talk to me about Molly being hella heartbroken, and not only just hella heartbroken, but leaving Sterling there and absconding with Dro.
And I didn't want to jump ahead and mention Dro, but
we'll get to him.
My daddy cheated on my mama 30 years ago, so I'm gonna have
I'm
sex
married.
with a chicken breast? Like, I don't understand. Like, what? Him and his ass curl? That's what you do? Like, that's what? Huh? Did you mention he had color contacts? Ooh, girl, I don't know if she saw it. I didn't see it. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't want to see it. But the way she acted, it's like, girl, why are you ruining your parents' vow renewal? Like, you could have easily had that conversation at another time. I definitely get how she feels. I've been there before with my own parents finding that information out. But to ruin the day, like, let them have this moment. That was so long ago. It's inappropriate right now. You just want to sleep with Joe. You just want to reason it. Just be a homewrecker. You don't even know if it's really open marriage. You listening to him, niggas lie.
And do. I don't know. I felt like Molly had based her whole life, because in these first two seasons, especially season 1, it's all about this quest, right? Like, I want the perfect black man. I've achieved everything else, and I have this ideal and picture of what this black family could be, because my mama and daddy, like, my dad is my example of this amazing black man that I can't seem to find, can't seem to hold on to if I do find him. And now to kind of find out that everything you've been working towards in that area was built off a dream, off a lie. Now, was Molly all being selfish as well? Absolutely, girl, because it's not about you. They worked that thing out 30 years. I can understand being upset, but the storm off, how could you do that to mommy? She didn't already work through it, baby. If mama forgave him, sis, then you can. Tyra, talk to me about Molly in this situation, finding out her daddy was not the perfect black man.
Girl, if you needed a reason to go sleep with that light-skinned centipede, you have one now. Go on over there, girl. Like, it was never that deep. Like, I can't buy into Molly in this whole, like, mom, oh my God. Like, first of all, you're grown. Grow up. Grow up. It was just like, it's not on it's Christmas. She was standing in that kitchen like she was all of 9. Like, girl, can we please? Her trying to have this ideal, well, this is what marriage looks like in my dad, but you wouldn't know a good man standing in your face because baby Sterling's over there. So you wasn't looking too hard. Prior to this whole incident, you wouldn't know a good man if he sat on you. So what was it all for? I just feel like it was all hot air, because it would be different if we seen Molly continuously like encounter and try to engross herself with these really good men. A good man, Savannah, is literally standing in your front yard, and we playing Sterling K. Brown to the left, real hard. Like, he's just here to take up space. Meanwhile, you can't wait for another opportunity to smile in Dro's face in his long torso. Like, why? Why? They speak in Spanish. We exchanging pleasantries. And I was like, oh, yeah, that over there, that thing over there. Oh, that's just Sterling. He's just something, to feel like you were never entertaining him. You wanted Dro from the moment you were slow motioning it down at the kiss and grind. It just gave you more motive to go, oh, guess I got to go over there and get that dick now. Girl, get out of the face. It was sad.
Yeah, I do. I think that was a byproduct, of course. I won't deny that was just the perfect escape route. Like, I got her. I got her. That was the moment. But I do think that she really feels a way, because as Yochebed says, she's going to drag this. Molly is going to drag this, and I just, girl, you're grown. You don't live in the house anymore. Those are your, like I said, if mama forgave daddy, you can forgive Papa. But heading on over here, hella inappropriate. Dro consoles Molly and the hunching commences. Now, what y'all will never do is say he ain't put his back into it. You can do it, put your back into it. He did. They was moving around. He was up in there. He had the rhythm, the double pump, everything. On the couple of times we've seen them smashing, I mean, I ain't seen Molly get done like that since we've been on the show. So I think she might be a little bit digmatized by Dro, y'all. Tyra. Dro consoles Molly and the hunching of it all commences. Because comfort me. That feels good. I want to feel good. Ain't that what she said on Monsters Ball? I just want to feel good. Just make me feel good. Just make me feel good.
I don't know. I just wouldn't want anything that Dro has to offer personally. But I don't see it. I never saw it. I just saw long back in the bed. I was like, all right. And small ass. I mean, if the pumps were working for anybody out there, that was great. I was like, girl, you could have had Sterling. You could. The man was right there. Like he was right there. You never wanted Sterling to begin with. That's why the brother was like, "Why the hell are you entertaining this man if you don't want him? Like, don't settle for what you don't want." But you can't, in a conscious sense, tell me that, oh, this is the right decision. But we had to validate it with some heartbreak because how could my dad do that to my mom? So that makes this situation okay. You never wanted Dro and all of the baggage that came with him, and some sex is not going to make it anything more than what it could ever be. You're never going to be the main. Why would you do this to yourself? Molly has a complex with her inner self and her inner saboteur to ever think that, you know what, this is the right choice. You never wanted your dad. You never wanted a good man because that would have been Sterling. I mean, the I guess the you know, and the stroke ain't worth it neither. The stroke was stroking, I guess, you know, it was, but it was Dro, so I just couldn't get into it because I was looking like, is he like he's probably in her face with his mouth like this? Like, oh my god, I just couldn't, you know, because he kind of like, you know, the people who like they don't close their mouths, it's just like mouth breathers. He gives that, so I just couldn't. And you know, the S curl was probably I don't know. I just it wasn't attractive, but you know, keep stroking.
Oh Lord, Shayna, hella inappropriate.
Well. I hate to piggyback off of Tyra and, take her words verbatim, but it's like he looked like a slime. You know, like when a chicken breast is like the pack is old and you got like this your last day to cook it before you got to toss it out. It was kind of giving like it was just, when he was slipping his slime, it just looked like slimy, like like this meat is bad. I gotta toss it. That's what it just wasn't doing it for me. I mean, after seeing Daniel, and then how we like, ladies, look at the picture and just help me to understand. And the fact that he's married. You said you didn't want to be with a married man, Molly. You're idolizing your parents' relationship, so you sleep with a married man, like, and you know his wife. Molly clearly, she must have always wanted him since childhood. Maybe it's the height, because I'm not seeing anything else. I don't know what she's into or what she likes. Her dating pool is all over the place. But it's just like, okay, you don't want the good guy or whatever, fine. But this married man who, when he talks, it don't do it for me. The sex scenes didn't do it for me. When you meet him at the bar, he's eating up all the French fries. Like, nothing is doing it for me. Like, he just turns me off at every turn. It's like the greasiness in the hair. I just want it better for her. But it's like, Molly, you got to love yourself. This is the best you think you can do. You don't think you deserve any better. You think this is the best you can do. And okay, then this is what you're going to get.
Yeah, this is.
Is she just entrusting what he says? Like, how did he mansplain this is open? Like, it was just very quick and just accepted. I guess she's so accepting because they have history, but I would have asked, okay, let me check this with Candace.
She didn't give a damn. Right. It was never that. I think she went off the strength of they were childhood friends. They said that he took her to her prom when she was still in her wear all pink era. And that I think she's always had a crush on him. Them childhood crushes are dangerous. I think they will get you in a million terrible situations. But I will say this, he ain't asked her to go half on them fries. He might have ate them, but he ain't asked her to go half on some French fries like Lawrence did them chicken nuggets. I'm going to just say that. Them wings, excuse me.
It wasn't a fried. There was one.
He French probably ordered her another. He probably ordered her another set. Like I said, at least he didn't say, "You want to go half on some more fries?"
He using Candace money, taking her on dates.
Episode 6 overall thoughts, hella blows, and Shayna, this episode 6, a lot happened here. A lot of further embarrassment, a lot of broke girl activities, and Smex was a big part of this episode. What were your overall thoughts of episode 6?
I was ready for Issa's whole phase to end. It was just getting embarrassing. It was just getting embarrassing. Like, bring back shame. Bring back shame. Bring back embarrassment. Like, it's not working for you. It's not doing what it needs to do. Between her, Molly was getting on my nerves. Lawrence was doing bad at his job. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, I can't. She's bad. Her poetry is lacking. I need her to follow the 10 hoe commandments. And one of them is not being pressed. Tyra, talk to me about overall thoughts of episode 6, Hella Blows. And why doesn't Issa have some hoe commandments? Like, I think that should be requirement. Before you commence your poetry, don't be pressed. Don't knock on strangers' doors. Tell the people up front about your poetry and what your intentions are. Be direct as a hoe. Tyra?
I mean, did we not learn from wrecking our car? Even the distraction of, I think the Latin guy, and trying to get things
Go.
into my rotation. Like, you not built like that. A lot of us would love to have, a rotation, but we just not built like that. We don't have no game. Baby, you ain't got no game. I got all the game. Girl, you ain't even got no game. Like, it's you not smooth like that. And she's just this episode trying to figure out what she can do to get things to work in her favor sexually from multiple men. Baby, just focus on yourself. Just focus
Please.
on yourself. And if there's a moment where you're not focusing on yourself because you're on your knees, grow up.
Girl, just find a hobby, Issa. Go back to school, do something. But now let's get over here to Lawrence because we have some interactions with Lawrence. And I thought these were both great interactions because they proceeded to let us know further who Lawrence really is. He has all of the hubris. So hella hubris and hella truths revealed because, sir, you were never him like that. Like, I like how he kind of gets sat with the fact that Lawrence, you was a brokey on her couch. Derek came with the truth. He deserved an honorable mention. He was the MVP of the episode because Lawrence, baby, she wanted somebody who was doing something. Nick, you wasn't doing nothing, Lawrence. You were on the couch, and I know that was a truth he didn't want it to hear. But then also at work, while he's promoting and, giving his presentation on Whoop Whoop, and they're, basically pacifying him. Our sis over here on the side says, listen, they're not into it. They didn't ask you no questions. They didn't ask for a follow-up. Lawrence, it's not it. Well, thank God you're not the one making the decisions, Lawrence. All the while to have to come back later and eat crow. I thought this was good for Lawrence. I think he's getting checked episode by episode, and we need more of it. Shayna, talk to me about hella hubris and hella truths.
I appreciate it as well. I was really happy with Derek. I love when men hold other men accountable because yes, we need it. It wasn't all Issa's fault. Was Issa wrong? Yes, but you were a bum on the couch for 2 years. Like, we can't sugarcoat you. You were a bum on the couch for 2 years living off your woman. Like, I was like, oof. But that's it. It was what it was. And even in this moment with woo woo, like, I understand he's been unemployed for 2 years, but everybody knows there's no follow-up questions, there's no engagement, like nothing. You did wrong. Like, you're gloating. I'm glad he at least came back and said, you know what, you were right. But it's like the nerve, like the woman is trying to help you.
Trying.
So and you don't want to take any advice. And clearly she's interested. I don't know what she sees because it looks like he's about to get fired any day. But like, he's doing a terrible job. He's going to be back on the unemployment line soon from his presentation. But she's trying to help. Like, listen, take the advice. And maybe you wouldn't have been in this situation with Issa.
Well, Tyra, hella hubris, hella truths.
I can't stand Lawrence. I cannot stand Lawrence. These moments are the moments why I will always stand on. Hell, after that last season, definitely after this season, we never needed to hear from Lawrence again. It should just been Issa in her journey. I hate that he is never like self-realized. It always takes a Chad or a Derek or this person and that person for him to go, oh, like he's never at fault. Derek said, a word that needs to be seen. He was like, Issa, have you seen her dance? Issa was out here plotting on you, Issa. Hell no. She's like, it really be. You never know. I don't know. Can we be for real for a second? What exactly were you doing? Please acknowledge the part that you played. Though wrong, Issa, hella wrong to even get you to that point in your relationship. He wants so badly for this damn woot woots to work because that would validate every ounce of time that he spent on that couch, being taken care of, being depressed. for the state of that relationship. See, Issa, see, you could have woo woos. All this woo woo could have been yours, okay, for the low price. But you gave up on it too soon. You see how great this is. You see what it became. All that time I took, it was worth it. So it's like it has to work. He's still holding on to that foundation to validate him as a man and to get all the way here. And it's just like them some nice shoes. Where you get your shoes from, Lawrence? There's some nice shoes. Like, wow, it's really not that. And then even in this moment, he still internalizes it as when she's like, oh, this is that. And, sometimes it takes some failure for you to get a brand new idea and the best app and to move on. He is not internalizing this as like, oh, okay, woo-woos didn't work, but I'm going to work even harder to have a new app and these great things. In his mind, he heard, yeah, Issa was that old woo-woo. Now I can live up and go on over here with a partner. Please, these people don't know how to be by themselves. They're so unhealed, and everybody is getting destroyed in the trenches.
Oh Lord, I read what TP has to say, Tyra. Let's talk about this.
Passed it out for affection and not money. Was she really a woman of the night? For affection and not money. I mean, there's different ways to consider a hotation. Some are not, out here trying to exchange whatever for a buck, because that's prostitution, first of all. That's ex work. Her wanting to have a hotation, it's still because it's not like she's actively trying to, which we saw in these episodes. I'm not trying to engage with these men, trying to get them know them on any personal level, not just trying to have them, buy me a hot meal and be on my way. And, I have this hotation, but it's all with the interest of everything but sex. Issa just strictly wants the sex and nothing else. That's when it becomes a hotation. Money involved or not, for me.
Fair exchange ain't no robbery. She's looking for something to get out of it, and they're looking for Cootenanny to get. So, I mean, at the end of the day, she's still a woman of ill repute. I mean, if she's, well, I can't even say she's that because she's not really doing it. Like, no one's giving her any play. Like, it's very embarrassing. To be a hoe and not have any clients is a terrible, terrible thing. Like, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? Girl, you're not even doing it right. Now we're over here hella broke. I was just waiting for her to ask Molly for the money to pay this $5,500 for the car. You make her take you to the burger place after, order your food first, and then say, yeah, and get whatever you want, Molly. You're paying for it. Like, Issa's a bum and a brokey, and I'm over it. Because, girl, what Dom say, she the broke friend, but just she don't offer anything. She brings nothing to the table to justify her brokenness. Tyra, talk to me. Were you waiting for her to ask her for that $5,500 to get the car fixed? Because get a new car, first of all.
I didn't remember, but I was like, at the rate we're going, we've had one too many. It's only 8 episode seasons at 30 minutes, and I can't count on too many fingers how many times Molly has had to put something on her tab. Girl, just go on and add that to my video. You got this, right?
You got
this, right? Will we have Molly even at this moment, just like, and even it sounded good because I think Issa brought up the idea, girl, you work too hard. We haven't had a vacation in a while. We need to go do something, blah, 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 because it all sounds good. And Molly's still like, girl, if we could just go, girl, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I ain't got nothing. Like, even... Molly's very like, girl, we don't live the same life. I don't have to go as hard. Like, I get a flat tire, that one time, but I just paid for it. I got a new one. Like, I don't share your struggle, babes. And that's okay because I worked hard not to. I think she was waiting. It kind of reminded me of older episodes of Sex in the City when Carrie had her situation with Aiden and she was kind of waiting for people to like, girl, what you need? Like, and Charlotte told her ass where to go. Girl, you grown. You're a 35-year-old woman. I ain't got to foot the bill for nothing. Like, I think she did it, but if Molly offered, she definitely wouldn't have turned it down. But I think that's the whole reason of, because when she says like, girl, I can take you home. I can offer you a ride home. And she looked at her like, wench, I want you to pay this 55.
Yeah.
A ride home. What I'm gonna do with that? You got it. Like, no, I know I do. You need to do something different so you can have it. No, girl. This is a piece of work. Like, she can't keep footing the bill and footing a bulk of this friendship. It's not just the bill. Like, a lot of this friendship falls on Molly's part. There hasn't been one too many moments. Like when when Molly comes into question, she's always bringing up something. Well, I'm doing this. Well, this is. It's never just like, girl. So what's going on with you in your life? Are you okay? She never says that. This is very
I
self.
remember even when it was like the whole broken coochie situation in season one, it still gave very much, yeah, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do, Molly. I hate you're going through this, but if I get a distraction, I'm going to go over here with David. You cool, right? You cool to get home, right, Molly? Oh, okay. I'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll call you. Shayna, hella broke. I was just waiting for her to ask Molly for the coins, this 5,500. What'd you think?
I too thought she was going to ask for it, and maybe she will. I don't know. We got to rewatch Insecure every couple of years, jog our memory. But I feel like it's not too late. Like it's on the way. she was indignant. Like when Molly was like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride." Like you don't got no choice. Like actually, I do. You can get an Uber. You can get on that bus. I don't have to take you nowhere. Ungrateful. I was cracking up when Molly said, well, I got a flat tire, I just paid for it, but you know. Because I was like, okay, Molly be taking these little low-key jabs, a little passive-aggressive a little bit, but Issa is selfish. Like, each episode, I realize how annoying she is. Like, girl, you are selfish. This is a one-sided situation. It's kind of, is it giving Lynn from Girlfriends, just not as extreme? like, okay, yeah, you have your own place, but that's where it starts. And so she does work, but where's the money going? Like, what's going on? You were able to support Lawrence all the time, but now you can't even, you don't have any money for food.
Right.
And it's going to have a whole phase. Why aren't you getting meals? Mr. Latino was trying to get something to eat, and you up there talking about, goodbye, nice knowing you. I don't want to see you again, girl. Get something to eat.
Poor
I'm hungry.
Nico. She don't do it
was
right.
her fate going for that check. Like, ooh, I would have paid. I would have paid for it. You know?
So bad.
I almost paid that meal.
Girl,
No, you didn't.
Never.
do not read. Because you see, she did with Mr. Latino. You doing on the wrong one. And he going to be like, okay. And then you're going to have to be like, I'm broke.
Now we're over here, and Tiffany invited all the girls to a SMEX convention. And Issa saw that. Oh, I need that. I need a release. I need a goodie bag. I need some toys. And so, they're talking to Tiffany, and Tiffany says her greatest control and power over any man, especially Derek, is her ability to bob and weave. You got to suck it. Right, is what she said. And, Kelly gives us a funny fat girl story about high school and how, he smelled and it wasn't a vibe. And so Issa's like, all right, I got somebody in mind, I'm here for the, hella sex of it all is what Issa comes through. Shayna, you got to suck it. What did you think of this convention and this conversation? Is Tiffany telling the truth when she says when you're bobbing and weaving, you're most powerful as a woman?
I don't know about most powerful, but Tiffany do got a point though. She's the only one that's married in this situation. And Issa been with Lawrence for 5 years and nothing came about besides her having a dent in her wallet. So, I don't know. Everybody else is sitting there, I wouldn't do it. I don't like that. Ugh. Tiffany, the one that's married, it's working for her. Like, take them classes. So they might want to, Molly too, take a class, girl. Maybe you can get your own man and not somebody else's.
Tyra, you got to suck it. You got to.
I really like this explosion conversation because I think so much, especially as Black women, I don't know about now, but growing up, it'd be like, head, who? I'm a good girl. Who's giving head? That's nasty. Like, you're kind of brought up to have a negative notation attached to head because it could be seen as, degrading. You're on your knees, like, sizzling, like, it's just so negative to where you can harbor that into adulthood, and when it is time for you to be a giver or a receiver and you are being sexually active with your man, it's like, oh God. It feels kind of childish in the grander scheme of things. I really do like the conversation around it though, because I don't know who was brought up where, but when I was, it was like, girl, we don't do that. We don't do that. So I do like this here. As far as Tiffany, yeah, take notes, write it down on a piece of paper, take a picture if you need to. Okay, take notes. Like, I love Tiffany's conversation. Not so much, kind of like well, hell, we can get into power. That is a very sensitive area for the man's. And if you do what you're supposed to do, let's just say, it might start raining outside. I don't know. It's it's a sensitive space. I don't think it's anything to have any negative notation around it, because I'm sure you're so eager and willing to receive it. And I really like how sex positive Tiffany is, even in her marriage. And then you have the ladies here that's just like, oh my God. And Issa isn't even here for, her own sexual gratification or something that she feels like, you know what, I need this for myself. Let me get into some self-satisfaction, because she's trying to figure out how to get control over her rotation. And then you have Tiffany here, like, well, if you become a champ at giving some head, you gain control and power. And that's the reason that you decide to get on your knees, not per se because this is something that I want to do. Like, wrong time to do it, Issa.
Yeah, she's trying to test out theories and make hypotheses. And my thing is, I don't necessarily know how I feel about talking on everybody's microphone.
No, not everybody.
But you got that one talking at that microphone, and he might blow in your box. You never ever know. Easing on down the road here. Hella indirect. This pissed me off because don't play in Nico's face like this. Nico was a good man, Savannah. Nico wanted to get to know you, wanted to understand who you were, look into your eyes so you can look into mine. You know what I'm saying? And Issa just... It was the indirectness, because there's no way we're on our second outing together, our second interaction, and he don't know all you want is the D. You should have led with that, sis. It's no excuse. Issa, poetry requires being upfront. This man wanted to date you. He didn't want a one night stand. And he was fine. And he had some coins. And he didn't shame you for your dilapidated living situation. I mean... I would have kept Nico to the side. You ain't got to smash everyone. Like Shayna said, he could have been the one you went out on dates with and got wined and dined and treated like a lady. But basically, he brutally rebuffs her after the kiss. Like, we're still going to dinner, right? Like, I want to know you, Issa. Are we going? You can leave. Issa, the audacity. You can turn people down after that little YN downstairs left you at the door. And why did she stand there at the door? That's a real question I have. Because why did you just stand there like, you see he got a heifer inside? What is Issa? Issa might need to be on Love on the Spectrum. I'm just going to say that. Tyra, talk to me. Why is Issa hella indirect?
Girl, because she literally expect these, like, Issa's delusional. Issa's a fool. Like, when she sat there in that car with Miley, like, sex with me is not, like, amazing. I'm not Rihanna, but it's at least, that was pretty good. I'd do it again. Like, they should just be sleeping with me, not sleeping with other people. And Mom was like, aren't you planning to sleep with other people too? Like, how are you going to have an expectation for these men and you don't even have that for yourself? Like, she literally thought that the neighbor, this man, Daniel, as he politely checked her, like, I'm not going to be here at your beck and call. You made it clear what you were here for. So when you text me, I'm going to leave you on red a little bit. I'm going to let them dots pop up and give you time to think. I'm not going to be here at your beck and call. And the same thing, you really thought neighbor babe was down there waiting for you to knock on his door. And then she stood there like, the audacity for you to be getting some. When did they did a mirror wrap? And I was like, neighbor babe was worth a mirror wrap? All right. And she was really taken aback. Like, y'all ain't walking around the dudes waiting on my 90. Hell no.
No, baby. Nobody wants that 90.
You have this man here, and I think it says a lot. I love what it says about men. Like, do not expect every man to just want to be at your beck and call to sling D and be your hoe. You see that Daniel, he has a desire to want more with you based on your history and your friendship. And I want us to try the relationship now that you're free from Lawrence. You don't want that. And then you have this new man here, like, girl, I do want to get to know you. I may have morals. I might not be comfortable even sleeping with you on a second date. Shooing. I was like, girl, if you wanted to seduce him, you wore the wrong thing. Issa, what the hell you got on?
The skirt short.
Issa makes me mad every time with her, like, jury booty outfits. Like, Issa, the cup of this bra showing, this little ass white skirt and a cardigan. That's the best you could do. Just walk in ass naked at this point, Issa. Like, it wasn't what it needs to do. But, like, don't ever just assume like every single man has the intention of just sex, because clearly that's not the thing. And then we could even, like, respectfully, like, oh, we didn't even try to play it off. You can leave now. You could go. Like,
damn.
It's okay. It's fine.
Shayna, why is Issa hella indirect? And talk to me about her and Nico. Nico was a good guy. She should have kept him in the rotation, right? Just not for the Smicks.
Look, Nico said, listen, I'm a man with standards. I have standards. I have boundaries. I am not just a piece of meat. Like, I want to know what she put on her dating profile, because she should have just been upfront on the profile. So Nico didn't even waste his time. Justice for Nico too, while we at it. But now that y'all mentioned it, it did look like she went in the back of her closet and got some clothing from maybe high school, like early
Girl.
2000s. Where are you going with that skirt on? Where are you going? Talking about this in the laundry. There's no washer and dryer in that apartment. Stop it. Take that little bra off. I'm like, Nico really liked her, because I said, look, he looked around, saw the white refrigerator, and was like, okay, I still want to fool with you. Nice. Like, he was so polite.
He was better than me.
After all that, I would have took Nico. Listen, he was taking you some upscale places. He was trying to impress you. You threw some Aero Pastel and thought that was going to like, when you went downstairs, you heard that woman in the background, and you just stood there looking into the darkness.
Girl.
Go home. Realize the whole days is over.
Issa special. That's what I'm saying. She's not a good hoe. So here's the thing. Not saying she's not smart, because they say she went to Stanford, right? So she's Ivy League, all of that. But Issa, in just practical living, is just so delayed. I thought Molly was going to teach her how to hoe. We needed a hoe class. She needs hoe commandment. She needs a set structure of how to be a hoe, because it's so bad. Because there's no woman in this world who should be who has a coochie, right? That should be getting denied repeatedly the way she is, and embarrassed and shamed. What that man tell her at the party? Like, do you ever change it back? Like, no, thank you. I'll pass. Like, Issa's got to do better if she wants to be a true live one. You know what I mean? Just said it right there. But respect to Nico. I liked him. Now we're back over here with Molly, hella stupid, and just looking like a fool, girl. Because now, she does take a couple days, and she's kind of avoiding Dro. I'm working. She really was working, but, I don't want to hear it, ignoring her mama's calls. Now, girl, Molly, this ain't what you want. Everything is right there in front of you. When he says, oh, that's my wife, gotta go. Like, Molly, that's your baby. If you didn't see it before, you gotta see it right now. He done sexed you down, put you in the tub, honey. He giving you the, and then, oh, I thought we were doing this tonight. No, my wife needs me. She's my priority. She'll always come first. You'll always be second, Molly. Is that really what you want? I don't know how we as women walk into situations with our eyes wide open and then at the end get mad or expect a different outcome, baby, when that's who Dro has been the entire time. He's starting off immediately showing you will always be his last priority. You're a soft spot in a nice apartment that he can come when he wants to get away for a moment, but you'll never be a true priority, unfortunately, girl. Shayna, is Molly hella stupid in this situation? And what is she expecting from him? What could she possibly be expecting from Dro?
She's hella stupid. Dumb me. Girl, dumb. Like, what? Because you don't want this. Like you said, these ladies are intelligent, book smart, common sense is lacking. They're both trying to force this whole phase. Like, this ain't what you want. Molly really wants to settle down. Okay, you found out your father was a cheater decades ago. That doesn't mean you want to be with this man. Like, you're buying him popcorn and snacks and goodies when you travel. What are you doing? This ain't that. Y'all ain't in no relationship. Why are you getting him popcorn? What are you doing? And then you're with your wife. Duh. You are the jump off, the side piece. And then if he did just so happen to leave his wife and get with you, then your spot is going to be available. You won't be able to sleep at night. Every time he leaves the house, you're going to be looking over your shoulder. She's not built for this. Like, girl, a clown. It's not going to work. You really want to settle down. You don't want Sterling, fine, but this ain't it. At least Issa's really trying to be like, look, I just want the D and that's it. Like, Molly's acting like this is some kind of relationship. It's not. It's never. You're going on dates, watching the game. What are you doing? Then he'll be like, all right, see you next weekend when I'm free. And you sitting there looking salty with your little rubber ducky. Like, girl, get some dignity. Get some pride about yourself,
Get
please.
some. Stand up, Molly. And Tyra has a fan in the building. I have a huge crush on Tyra, on Struggle, excuse me. If you're single, hit me up, girl. Hit me up.
Hit you up where? That's such a general message. Hit you up where? Thank you.
Okay, but you see it though. You see it. Okay.
Is Molly hella stupid? I had to put that up there.
Girl, poor little slow. Like, poor thing. Poor little stink. Like, oh, Bookie. Oh, first of all, Sterling was right there. I'm going to keep saying that. Sterling was right there. We don't want Sterling. Okay. Hell, Laurel was right there. Mr. Lawyer, right there. You have options. And the way he's been kind of, in so many ways, like kind of putting himself out there, like, hey, the friend will be so lucky, to get you. Like anybody, like he's speaking in general terms, but it's very like any man who gets you would be lucky. Like it's very like, girl, you're missing your blessings because get somebody who likes you more than you like them. But we're so focused in such a shallow way on kind of this phenotype and this prototype for whatever kind of man she feels like she needs. Even when we go back to Bae, who worked for Enterprise, and you did this one thing, so now I can't, like, it's just very, very weird. She's an F buddy and she don't even know it. Like, y'all not doing anything. That's all you guys are doing. And when you are out, you're hanging out. You barely leave the house. You don't take you nowhere. You're not really eating a hot meal. And then when you're at the local bar watching the game with some peanuts. That's what you do with the homies. You were already the homie prior to this. You were a friend. You were a neighbor, and now you're just transitioning into a homie that I get to get sex from. You're never going to be anything. He left you mid rubber ducky vibration to go unlock the door for his wife.
Who did?
Like that is crazy. And the fact that you're just gonna be like in waiting with all your book smarts, and we have her in these episodes also kind of weighing her options with these firms. She's extremely book smart in that way and trying to make sure she secures the bag, and those things are okay because I want to be not only represented but treated in a high regard at these law firms. Relationship wise, she's dumb as hell. she's dumb as hell. Like I will say, which we don't get confirmation on, but he didn't even have to lie to you to kick it. He didn't even have to lie to you to kick it. You willingly chose this like a dumbass. It's crazy. Whatever you were getting, you can probably get it from that rubber ducky without having to look at that long man's torso. Like, can we please not?
Yeah, Molly finds some comfort in it, and I don't know why. I think it's because she's truly not ready for what it is she claims she wants. And I mean, I like that we will eventually get to that point. I didn't realize that this part of her and Issa's journey lasts so long, though. It feels like it's dragging these, this in between. But finally, getting over here to the last slide.
Thank you, Critical. Critical said, is he a member? Has he subscribed? I mean, say it loud on Critical. Show your love.
Has he subscribed? Is he supporting the...
I ain't never seen that person in my life. I like my love a different way.
TP said, I couldn't type his name. Come join the DMV line, buddy. He says there's a line for Tyra. Don't ever get it twisted. But over here, we got hella... Okay. Come on now, Daniel. In her eye... They even now in my book. That's even. That's games even. That's game, set, match, point. Back in 5. Isn't that what they say? Lakers in 5. I think we're even now. She goes over there and again, you can't master the dark arts, right? And just be so incompetent. You know what I mean? Because she's going over there like, oh, if I bob and weave, I'll really control Daniel and he'll be at my beck and call. And then this happens. Girl, he squirted in your eye. And what pisses me off and what's infuriating and why I say Lakers in 5 is because Daniel knew he was about to arrive. He could have said, all right, Issa, like you want, you just exploded on her face, in her eye. Like that close to the eye is crazy. And I also feel like as though in these situations, there should be ground rules. There should be boundaries where you say, all right, we're about to do this. I'm about to give you the time of your life. I'm about to rock your world. I'm going to talk on this microphone, right? But what you're never going to do is get it this close to my eye. I'm not going to an ER behind having jizzle in my eye. Shayna, talk to me about this. And are she and Daniel even now? From, you were an itch I needed to scratch to, everything else. Does this make them even? I think so.
No. And wait a minute. So you want to have the conversation and be like, listen, before I rock your world, my eyes are off limits. I shouldn't even say what. Never has anybody ever. I think he did say like, oh, I'm about to, release. And she moved. I guess she didn't want it in her mouth. The way she started arguing with him with one eye shut. Like, he said, go home and just take a year of celibacy. Please, why is she holding her napkin like that?
She lost an eye, Shayna, and that doesn't make them even?
No, because I do really think he wasn't intentionally trying to do nothing. He was just like, that's what you get. Then I don't I think it was actually an accident. I don't think he was intentionally trying to do that. Like, she was moving her head around. It just happened so fast, it was an accident. She could at least talk to him about it. He tried to apologize. Like, the moment was ruined. But I would have been pissed off about that.
Results the same. Intention or not, we're even. Nothing else you could do could ever be worse than this. And if I have to go to the ER behind this, if I lose an eye because you decided to excrete over here without giving me a heads up, a warning, he could have done it on the table. He could have done it on his stomach. He could have, Tyra, did he do this intentionally? Are they even now? Or do you think do you think Issa will try this again? Will she?
Girl, being a hoe comes with hoe problems. Like, why did you get down there? Why did you get down there? Like, all of this fuss because you got some protein in your eye? Like, can we please not? Kudos for the aim, Daniel. That was phenomenal. It was very projectile. This was not an even Steven situation to me. It would be different if we really saw that he was intentionally trying to, if I say I'm about to bust, move. Move. Like, move.
Her eyes were right there.
A good man, Savannah. We love to put some head, like, we got to direct. I'm holding your whole, like, no. You were down there at your own admission. I wasn't even holding your head firmly there.
He could move too, Tyra. Just like she could move, we can move just
like
that.
What I'm moving for? This is a good feeling, girl. You ain't never did this before. I didn't know you had it in you. When you start doing it,
his eyes were closed. She's gonna have her eyes
open. All you had to do
is Daniel every step of the way.
The moment someone says, I'm about to blow, I'm about to bust, I'm about to whatever, move your ass out the way. Or you have a prior discussion. That's not whatever. Put it on my chest. Put it on the sheets. Put it in a napkin. I don't know, but just don't put it on me. Like, you didn't have any of that. These are, protocols to where, like, maybe if you, like, what were you able to do with Lawrence? Did you try to, I hope this, this wasn't your first rodeo, but this is what happens when we don't lay ground rules and foundations because we're trying to have a rotation. You have these discussions. Okay, I'm about to go down here, but don't load. This is how I'm finna get my autonomy, and I'm finna suck it so good. The moment I text Daniel, he gonna be breathing down my neck. Girl, what? Go wash your damn eye out. That'll do. High five, bro. That was good. It's my turn. Okay, it's my turn. Girl, go wash your eye out. And girl, her standing here looking like she been Rocky Balboa. Abused you or not, Issa, I'm not about to play with you. I'm not about to play with you. All you had to do was matrix that shit. I just don't.
She moved fast, so we
wouldn't need a conversation. So blown out of proportion. She felt disrespected because, first of all, I don't give head anyway. I had the nerve to give you some head and get on my knees, and you repay me with some cum shot to the eye. I was a lady before I walked in here. Go grow the hell up. Grow up.
It looks crazy, Tyra. When she backs up and it's dripping and it's all, that look crazy as hell.
Girl, all you had to do was move. I'm just like, and it would be different if he just like, And it was like, damn, but then you could have, he said Issa, like, whoa, like, oh my God, girl, I'm about to, girl, move, get off of it. Get off of it. What's this your first rodeo?
It took him a minute or two to realize that it even got on her eye because he was just so like involved in the thrust. And it took him a minute to realize that her eyes, she was blinded, and when she was one eye Willie, slick Rick. He didn't even know.
If you're not prepared for whatever, just don't get down there. And if you were gonna be, skittish, this is when you talk. And these are other reasons why, if you do wanna, you might be the D sucker of the century. You just, whoever you meet, you can get this work. Or you might be a little bit more reserved to where I need more of a foundation in a relationship before I ever think about going down on anybody. And that's when you lay the groundwork of, okay, I'm cool with this, but not this. We didn't ever talk about that. You just went in there and went to work via the sex explosion and what you heard from Tiffany. And this was about your conquest from power. She was mad because she felt like she lost it. God damn it, I came in here for one thing and I got something else. Like you flipped it on me. Now you have power over me because you shot in my eye. Girl, grow up.
I'm with TP tonight, and I'm with Issa, because, sir, it'd have been a problem. It'd have been a problem in the smoke in the city, because now I feel like you playing with me. Men can feel it way before. He had time and energy to move. Issa ain't never done this before, and I'm not riding for Issa like that, but come on now, y'all. The onus was on him as well.
In all the years she tried to talk on Lawrence's microphone, she probably wasn't good at it like this before.
I don't think she did.
No?
I don't think she did. No.
In 5 years, you don't think she did?
I think she might have talked on it for like birthdays, Christmas, holidays. I don't think it was something regular. And I don't think she put all the joy and effort in it like she gave Daniel. Like, she was down there going to work. Like, she was, having a good time. Daniel would have been mad if it was the other way. I'm just saying, TP. I'm just.
How would it be the other way around? How? Not my eye, anyway.
They say, I don't want to get graphic on here. We'll have to pick up this conversation after dark or on a Feynman Friday, honey. But there's ways. I mean, it just circumference, mass, size of face, size of cat. I mean, a lot of variables. I mean, he wouldn't have liked it if it was in his eye. I'm just saying, I agree with that.
Well, I think he would have ate that shit up personally, but that's just me. I mean, because that's like the ultimate, like, whoa, like I did a fucking good job. Like I put an S on my chest because that was some super sperm. Yeah, like it's a badge of honor. Did good.
Just not in the eye.
Like her first, like oh, woo, look at me.
No problem with the freak factor. My just thing is, if you're going to do it in the young lady's face, you need to get consent for that. She needs to be down with it. But whatever matches your freak. But y'all, that was Insecure episodes 5 and 6. Next week we will be back to finish season 2, episodes 7 and 8. I'm ready to get this wrapped up, y'all. Shayna, I'm going to start with you. Any final thoughts on the episode and what's going on your channel?
Thank y'all for having me. Y'all cracked me up tonight. Listen, I love Team Daniel. Team Daniel. Daniel can't do no wrong. Okay, you hear me? But happy to be here on my channel. I reviewed Real Housewives of Atlanta and The Never Ever Met. So look out for those. I should be jumping on a panel for Real Housewives of Atlanta shortly. So check the community tab. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Still working on getting remonetized, but always happy to be here.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here in that Shayna McD TV. Make sure you guys hit her up. I believe the links are in the description. Tyra, what's going over there at Struggle Reviewz TV? What can the people be looking out for?
Ooh, we're getting into those Carrie Bradshaw streets. Be on the lookout for that. Anybody who was here for And Just Like That or Sex in the City, we are adding that to the docket as of Friday. Be on the lookout for that. And we might be, chiming in for a little Love Island. I don't know. I think that's up to Ashley, but be definitely looking out for And Just Like That. And also Saturday on the 6th, though, Tyler Perry is releasing Straw with Taraji P. Henson. And I already have it on the docket for us to talk about that because I just know it's going to be a moment. We'll be discussing that Saturday, so be on the lookout for both of those things, please.
Yes, and y'all know that this Saturday for Blockbuster Member Night, if you are a sweet pea or a struggler over there at Struggle Reviewz TV, we have a Blockbuster movie night every single Saturday night. And this week it's Tyra's Choice. I am going to let you guys know what that is, but please just make sure you're subscribed to all the ladies on the panel. Make sure you have the notification bell on so you don't miss a thing. And shout out to the 68 people that we got in the building tonight. Thank y'all for being here, and thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment if you want us to continue on with season 3. The way it's looking is dry. I'm gonna just be honest. The way that it's looking, it has been dry in these retrospective streets. And so, whenever that happens, we feel like we need to go back to the drawing board and figure out something else. Yes, also, please be aware of the Love Island, child. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I still don't know how I want to approach it, but we'll be doing something related to it tomorrow night. So just be there and check out Tyra's pick for Blockbuster Movie Night. Thanks for being here. Have the most amazing night.